these are two of my assistants, my best friends. Yeah. I'm going to use these two to show you how to teach your horse to bow. They're both at different stages. He's learning to bow on cue. Here he knows how to lay down and bow. He doesn't have to do a cue, so I'm going to show you how to teach him to do it to a cue, to a whip, a stick, etc. She's only just started learning. It's only her third ever day, so I'm going to show you what to expect or what may happen when you're teaching a horse to learn to do it. Both of these learned sort of both different ways. I taught him differently to how I taught her. I think it's important to listen to your horse. Some horses will prefer different things. She's better when I use a rope with her just to steady her leg, whereas he doesn't like that and I held his leg up. But I think some will take longer than others. She's picked up really quickly. She already understands to go down on one knee. She learnt that on her second ever time of doing it, so they're all different. I'm going to start off with her. I just tie him up and then I'll show you what it's like for her. I've got to be quick, so I've taken their rugs off and it's cold now. So this is the method I teach mine how to bow. My other horse there, that I'm going to show you in a minute, I don't use ropes with. They're all different. I think you mustn't listen to really everybody else tells you what to do, what not to do, what's cruel, what isn't cruel. Listen to your horse. If your horse is happy, then do what your horse wants, regardless of what anybody else says. If your horse prefers you to use a rope, then you use a rope. I don't care what people say to you. If your horse doesn't like the rope, don't use the rope. It's simple as that, really. You work with your horse. Let your horse teach you, not anybody else. To start off with her, she doesn't like lifting her. When I started off, she was heavy, but lifting her leg up, she used to lean all her weight on me. And as for me, I'm not strong enough to hold her up. So I found using a rope just helped me hold her leg up. It just made things a lot easier. Just like that. As you can see, she already lowers her nose, which is important. As soon as she lifts their leg up, they need to lower their nose. She knows now what to expect. This is only her third time ever doing it, so she's only just started. And throw the rope over their back. As you can see, my horse is not spooky at all. And then normally my other horse, him over there, I would stand this side and do it. Because she doesn't get on very well with that, she leans into me and loses her balance a bit. I find it better if I do it from the other side. So I do exactly the same. I just stand the other side. I just pull the rope over one more, so I've still got effort. And then all I would do is I just get a treat from my pocket, so she knows. I just lower my hand like this, and I would teach her to lower her head. Teach her to lower her head. So you see, when I pick her foot up, her nose is to the floor. And when they've got that, and do a little bit of just rocking them back and forward, rock back and forward. If they don't like it, don't do it. She hated being rocked backwards and forwards, so I left her out with her. And to be fair, it's not made much of a difference. She still does it, and she's only a third of a time. She picked it up on her second time doing it, so they all learn at different speeds. You just draw your hand back like this. Back, she'll go down on her knee, and she gets a treat, and then up she comes and release their leg. Always release their leg when they've done it. I don't agree with keep restraining them once they've done what you've asked. That's part of their reward. They get their leg free. When they've learnt that, I've not done this bit now with Gloria. I've taken the rope off her, and I'm going to start treating this her first day, start to learn to do it without the ropes now. Then when she's got it without the ropes, I'll start teaching her to do it on cue, like Harvey does, which I'll show you in a minute. So now all I'm going to do is, instead of using the rope, I'm just going to hold her leg up like this. Make sure your horses are good at picking their feet up, and then we're going to attempt this. We've never done this before, so just be patient with us. It might fall apart, but you'll just see what to expect. Here. Come here. Gloria. Here. Come on. Good girl. You see, she's a little bit more hesitant to do that. She's a lot more. Get your head up the way. She's a lot more hesitant to do that. take work. We'll try it once more, but as you can see, she's not quite, it's her first time doing it this way. Good girl, and lots of praise. Praise is always what I agree with. This is how I teach my horses. Praise, 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 praise. Forget the treats. If I needed to, I could teach my horses with no treats because they respond to praise. She loves being told she's a good girl. And that's basically the gist of how I teach her how to bow with ropes. At the start, no, that's naughty. See, she's asking for treats now. This is my other horse, Harvey. He can already bow and lay down. I'd rush in to teach him to lay down. So now I found when I want him to bow, all he used to do is lay down. So I had to go back in really to the retraining of his bow. Because he's already at the stage, I do it with a cue, with a whip. As you can see, my horses are pretty desensitised to whips. And he was beat as a youngster and he can be nervous, so you can still desensitise them, yeah? We've gone back to now learn how to bow. He's not laid down in weeks. He'll still do it. He loves laying down. He does it out of fun when I don't want him to. But he's got to learn to bow on cue to a whip. And this is just the way I do it after they've gone through the procedures of my other horse, of you lifting their legs up and drawing the head back and they lower their nose, which you'll see with him. He sort of, it clicks in his brain when his foot is picked up. But I'll just show you what I do. To start off with, I just tap his leg like this. He lifts his leg up like that, good boy, and I catch it, and now that he knows. And I tap his leg, and then down, there we go, good boy, up. And you can see, he puts that leg in because he wants to lay down. This is what we're working on. So you're not doing that. As you can see, as soon as he tap his leg and I catch his foot, I don't have to ask him, he'll go straight into a bow. And this is what he's got to learn. I'm working on doing it with him without me catching his leg. So I tap on his leg and he'll go down into a bow. He already knows. I'll just show you side on what I do. This is how I do it. I'll show you side on. Right, so the treat he knows already. See, he knows. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tap his leg like this, tap, catch it, and then tap the bottom like this, and he'll bow. And then treat, up, your foot up, and treat him. He's got just, I'm not sure it's a bit close, so I'll show you again here. Stand. All I do, quite simply, stand. Lift his legs up and tap his leg like this, tap his leg, and he'll come back into a bow. Good boy. Good boy. Just like that. He's just learning because he's finding now how to determine the difference between a bow and a lay down. He's just got to learn and to determine the two, really. But I'll show you once more, front on, with the whip. You must do desensitisation work. No, he's not scared of the whip. He's never been hit. He doesn't care to do anything to him. Wave it around. He doesn't care because it's a cue, not a punishment. And that's what he must learn. I think that's really important with them. That they learn that this is not a bad thing. Once more, treat in my hand. Look what you're doing. Tap his leg. You lift it up, catch it, tap, keep tapping, keep tapping. Keep tapping. Good boy. And that time he did it perfect. He didn't go down on his knee. It's important that sometimes when you pick their foot up, they're not just going to go down like he does when you tap their shin. You need to keep tapping, and tap and tap and tap until they give in and go down. I think that's also important. Also, another thing I taught him which really helped me, is to go down to the press pressure on his chest. If I squeeze his chest, he'll bow and then lay down. I'll just show you now. He might lay down because this is how I taught him to lay down. He'll do it much quicker this way, and this is just what he knows. So I lift his foot up, and then whatever your command is to ask them to walk backwards, you're going to ask them to do it now. So his is the squeeze of the chest. If I squeeze his chest, then he'll come down and squeeze. He'll go down. Squeeze. Good boy. And then he bows. So I think it's important to learn them to do that as well. I'll show you once more. Come, sweetie. Lift up his leg. Squeeze him. Squeeze. And he'll bow. Good boy. Like that. You see, he's better that way. I need him to learn to do it on cue, which is why he finds we've already done all the procedure of that way before. So that's taught. That's why he finds it easy to do it that way. That's just two simple methods of how the long procedure of teaching Mighty to bow. And from then you can teach him to lay down. He already knows to lay down, as I showed you a video on my channel already. But yeah, I took loads of ideas from loads of different clips and sort of just popped them all together. Really, it's important your horse trusts you. Do loads of desensitisation work with them. They must not fear anything you do with them. It must be all come in trust. And yeah, it shouldn't take you too long to teach them. Like I said, this is only her third day today, my youngster. It's her only a third of a day doing it. And this has only been about 3 weeks I've worked with him, and I've already taught him to lay down without ropes. So basically, just without ropes, just hold their leg up, simple as I did. And with a rope, just put a rope around their foot. So yeah, it all comes really, I think, between the connection you have with you and your horse, and what your horse likes and doesn't like. If your horse isn't happy doing it, don't get him to do it. Mine both love doing it, so yeah.